Hey guys, so I just wanted to do a quick post-surgery update. Sorry, when I cough it hurts my incisions. Um, Surgery went really well. I feel crappy, but yeah, we got there at around 11 o'clock this morning. I stopped eating at midnight last night. We dropped my son off at my friend's, our church friend's house, and then she watched him for the day, and then we took Kaya with us to the hospital. My husband was actually working in town, so he got to stop by for a little bit, but I went that early. My surgery wasn't until 1, but we got there at 11 for some pre-labs to get done. They had to draw some blood, make sure I wasn't pregnant. I told them that was not even a possibility, but you know, they had to just make sure for liability reasons. Went over all my surgical stuff and all that, but yeah, I had to take out all my jewelry. I had to take a shower, not have any like lotion or makeup or anything on, of course. As you can see, they had to put this allergy armband on me because I am allergic to something. And this is where my IV was. So they put the IV in and gave me some fluids that way and electrolytes before the surgery started. I met with the anesthesiologist and everything, and they checked me to make sure I was healthy enough to actually get surgery to begin with. As you know, I'm sick. And yeah, I handled everything pretty well, I think. I'm not really afraid of needles and stuff, so that wasn't an issue. They wheeled me back around 1, and I nursed Kaya up until then, and then my mom left and took her to Kaya's babysitters. My kids went to 2 separate places, thought it would be easier that way, with some pumped breast milk and stuff. And then she came back, but I wanted to stay with her as long as I could. And then, yeah, so they wheeled me back around 1, and it's funny because when I got my D&C 3 years ago, after my miscarriage before Wyatt, I remember like getting on the table, switching to the other bed, and then like the anesthesiologist asking me a question and me like starting to answer and then falling asleep. But this time, like, they wheeled me back, and literally I think it was the same OR room that I was in last time, but they wheeled me back, and I remember like scooting from one bed to the other, and then that's it. Like I was just out all of a sudden. And it was like literally like if you've never been put to sleep before, it's the oddest feeling. Like it's literally like you just blinked your eyes, you know, and then all of a sudden you're there. So one of my fears with the anesthesiologist that I shared with him was, you know, waking up or feeling anything. With my D&C, if you're not familiar with what that is, I believe it's called dilation and cure. I don't know how to pronounce the word, but they basically go in and they scoop out tissue and stuff, and in my case, tissue and what I miscarried basically, and so like, but you know, so they go in through the cervix. Well, I was getting an ablation, an Novasure procedure done, so they did go in through the cervix, but they were also doing the tubal, so they were going to be making incisions into my abdomen area and stomach. So, you know, I was a little bit scared, you know, what do you feel? What happens if you wake up? That kind of thing. And I know that's like very rare, but I just wanted to know. So he reassured me that that is like something that rarely ever happens. And so, yeah. But after I was put down, I woke up, and it was odd because I went to sleep feeling just, you know, obviously congested and a little sick. And then I woke up in pain. You know, you wake up, and I was curled onto my side in the first recovery room. And the whole procedure took about 45 minutes. And my doctor was took pictures and stuff of everything on the inside and kept my mom and my husband updated and stuff. And as you know, my mom works. She's a nurse practitioner, OB/GYN. She works with my doctor. So, yeah, that was nice. But, yeah, I guess everything went really, really well. He got my ablation, went really well. He thinks he did a really good job and fried it really well, so to speak. So I shouldn't have any issues there. During the tubal, however, what they do what they do with the ablation is they go into the cervix, they open up a speculum menu, and they put the device in, and then they fry the inside, so to speak. With the tubal, I got a tubal ligation done, I don't know how to pronounce it, but they used a laparoscope. They made two little incisions and went in with one tool and then went in with a camera. So I have two incisions. I'll show you them. Well, I'll show you the band. Ow, they burn when I touch them. There's one right here. There's some blood in my belly button. Don't mind that. There's one little one right here that hurts to touch. And then there's one down here which also hurts to touch. This one is bleeding a little bit too much, so they put something else on top. But they're very small, but it still hurts because they go through your muscle and your tissue and all of that. So they go in with two different things, and what he did was he cut my two tubes, my fallopian tubes, and then cauterized them, which to cauterize means to fry them or burn them shut. It's very effective. I'm now officially sterile. And, you know, for those of you concerned about the hormonal imbalances and stuff like that, there have been many studies that have shown that, you know, that's not the case. It won't affect me that way. But, you know, everybody's got their own opinions. I'm not trying to be an advocate for tubals or say you should go get one done by any means. I'm not. I'm just explaining why I felt like it was safe for me to get it done. But, oh, don't mind those sexy underwear. That was the hospital underwear. Because I'm bleeding from my ablation. But yeah, so they went through my stomach and or my abdomen and made those incisions and fried those. Because he had a camera down in there, he was able to make sure like my pancreas and my bladder and everything was, you know, in good shape and everything like that. It was nice because he did catch, I guess I have some endometriosis in there, which is probably why I have bad cramps and some stabbing, shooting pains every once in a while. And so that was nice to kind of get a clarification that it's not all in my head. There's actually something in there that's wrong. It's nothing to be concerned about necessarily for me. But yeah. So I woke up. They glued my incisions shut, so those burn. It like hurts to touch. If you ever get this procedure done, I suggest maybe wearing like a dress. It sounds ridiculous, but maybe a dress into the emergency room because where they made one of my cuts was directly where my waistband was to my athletic pants that I wore in, so that really hurt. Sitting hurts just because it kind of makes my incisions close. They moved stuff around in there. They blew my what they do is they blow up your uterus, or not your uterus, but that area with gas, so that way they can maneuver their way around my organs. To cut the fallopian tubes. So, you know, they were doing stuff in there. So, obviously you're going to be sore. So, I'm sore. I feel a little bit bloated because they can't get all of the gas out after. They try as hard as they can, but they can't get all of it out. Apparently tomorrow I might feel some shoulder pain in my right shoulder due to the gas. That's normal too. So, I'll do an update tomorrow on how I'm feeling as well. But right now I'm just really tired. I do hurt, I'm sore, but it's not like horrible. And my incisions hurt, so yeah. But I mean, I woke up and it took about 2 hours to recover, and then they sent me on my way. I do pretty well with general anesthesia. I don't, you know, throw up or get nauseous, so that was nice. My mom gets really sick when she goes in for stuff, so I was really happy that that wasn't the case for me, which I knew because my DNC, I was fine after that, but so now I'm just resting. I'm supposed to take it easy tonight. I'm on Tylenol with codeine and Motrin. It's good that I'm pumping and dumping because I definitely was asking for lots of pain meds in the hospital, which felt amazing through my IV. And I have to pump and dump for 24 hours. Kaya did wonderfully at the babysitters. She's actually a friend of mine. So I was really happy about that. I think it helped that I wasn't there, so she took the bottle really well. She took the bottle from my husband when we got home really well, too. So I have really high hopes for her, and I'm just happy that it's over with and that tomorrow at 1 I can start nursing her again. But yeah, thank you for all the well wishes. I will respond back to emails and stuff as soon as I can. It's just been really a hard week. I appreciate everyone who's been patient with me. But yeah, thank you so much. I'll update some more tomorrow, and my bandages I can take off tomorrow, so I'll show you guys the little scars. I don't even know what they look like yet, so I'll show you what they look like and stuff. But yeah, in terms of emotionally, for the first few seconds after I woke up, I'm not going to lie, I was kind of like, a little upset, like, oh my gosh, I actually did it. But now, after a few, after I like came back to my, senses, I was pretty out of it right after. But after I, got back to feeling like myself, so to speak, I feel really good about the decision. It's almost freeing to me to feel that this has been done, just because it's kind of saved me from myself, so to speak. Because I think I could probably talk myself into having another kid, but it's not what I really want. I don't know if that makes sense, but having a kid is just, it's very magical, and it's, they're wonderful, but I really don't want another one. And so, yeah, I feel like I'm starting a new chapter of my life, and it feels really good. And it feels really good to know that I can just concentrate on my babies that I have now, and move on with my life, so to speak. So I'm pretty excited. I'm feeling really good. Who knows what I'll feel like tomorrow, but like I said, this is a decision that I didn't come to lightly, and I'm happy with it. And I'm happy that it's done and over with. And yeah, so I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Thank you again for keeping me in your thoughts. I appreciate all the text messages, all the emails, all the comments. It was just awesome. I think I got out of the hospital and I had like 32 emails, and it was so overwhelming. So thank you so much. And I will talk to you guys all tomorrow and give you more of an update and maybe a more clear explanation of what happened. So, bye.